Now back to episode 14, Football Manager Career Mode. Jermaine Defoe, he's happy, extremely happy with how the issue was handled. And the issue that was handled was that he wanted more playtime. I agreed to it, even though I think he's already agreed a pre-contract with some jobber team in the Greek league. But you know what? We'll keep Defoe happy. We don't want him pissing his pants, because he has a bit of a coughing dodger. So yeah, but next up, Aberdeen in the Premiership. There is their team. Matty Longstaff, Scott Brown have a wee bit of a connection there in the midfield. Strong link, so to speak. But yeah, we've got this Aberdeen game, guys. And then, of course, we've got the window opening. Aberdeen sit fifth. And obviously Delap getting brought in. A couple of lone players going to hang in. Jermaine Defoe, yeah, well, there we go. Yeah, we told you, Defoe, that you were going to get more wage time, and he's joined Panathinaikos. So there we go. We weren't lying, son. All right, were we? No, we weren't. So let's move into this. Jake Hasty, though, he's rejected a loan offer for Partick. I mean, I could have just took him going, to be honest, because fucking no need for him here. Tough place to go to Aberdeen, of course. We actually play Aberdeen the Mara. In real life, this is basically what this week's fixtures are based on, because we saw obviously Celtic are playing Hibs. Celtic beat Hibs the night 2-0 in real life, but Andre Wisdom whizzed it across. But Josh McGuinness couldn't. I mean, this is a very different look of an Aberdeen team, like, isn't it? Like, Jesus Christ, Josh McGuinness, Andre Wisdom, former Liverpool man. But they're still offering hee-haw Aberdeen. Well, I say hee-haw, it's been all Aberdeen this game. McGinn's whipped it into Ryan Hedgie, who's chipped it. It's cracked off the bar, but thankfully, well, I say thankfully, it didn't really go in, but it was offside. It wouldn't have counted. Anyway, but Declan Gallagher now, I mean, what is this? Are they just playing the long ball? It looks like they're playing something like that just isn't really working. But Andre Wisdom into McGinn, but Jack's intercepted it out to Aribo Patterson, to Morelos. Back to Patterson, Lundstrom. I guess we're sitting on defensive, and that was what we were playing against fucking Bayern Munich, so there's just no need to sit on that. But Joe Aribo has just put it wide, so I mean, hopefully once we go off defensive here, we can start getting our shots up, But Ryan Hedge is fucking. I mean, Aberdeen here playing Scott Brown into Josh McGuinness, and that should have been 1-0. I'm telling you, but can we start getting shots away here? I'm worried, guys. I mean, 13 minutes in, and Aberdeen have had like 6 shots to R1. 8 shots to R1. Embarrassing. It's just no good enough. Morroof to Barisic, and surely scored it across to Morroof. Ryan Jack, former Aberdeen man, almost sunk his former team, but couldn't quite direct it on target, and I've got a 0.22 goal expectation, which is just not ideal. But as you see here, McGinn lost the ball. Barisic to Kamaru, played forward to Alfredo Morelos, a first time strike into the bottom left hand corner, and it is 1-0, 26 minutes in. Definitely against the run of play, but you know what? I'm so used to dominating games in this, and sometimes getting hee-haw. So it's about fucking time, but the ball's out to Kent. Morelos, right, can we make it 2 here? If we make it 2, I have all the confidence in the world. Barisic lobs it over. Considine, though, he manages to collect it. He is being hunted down here. But Brown on the ball, Hedges, back to Brown. Kent, though, intercepts it. Ryan Kent and Brown love a tussle. It's squared over. It's Kamaru. Scott Brown has cost the goal for Aberdeen, and that makes it even sweeter, man. Patterson to Kent. Foot to Joe Aribo. 3-0. Woo! Absolute annihilation here. And you know what that calls for? That calls for a wee move, a wee click, a wee whistle, good night. As you finished 3-0, so I mean the second half was a bit dull, but the work was done in the other half. We're a point now behind Celtic, but who do we have up next, guys? It is Celtic, of course. Obviously, that's how you kick off the new year every year with an old firm, unless it's 2022 and they decided to job out the league. Well, I'll say that, but this is 2022. But we'll have a few transfer dealings here to get over with. And could Big Delap feature here at Parkhead? Hopefully he could. I mean, he was featuring for Man City in the Champions League, so I don't really see why he wouldn't really be getting our team. But the transfer window has now opened, and club form should keep Turnbull and Scotland squad. Apparently, it's looking like a close test here. We've got a 20. Look at that, man. Our money is doing no bad. That's what the Champions League does for you. Oh, we got ourselves an achievement. He sold. You sold a player to another team. Fuck, we didn't do that until all of it. But yep, big English striker Liam Delap. He's been loaned in. He's a 3-star player, but he could go to 5-star. Fuck, we might need to sign this guy up. Hey, see, Stephen Davis, Defoe away. Johnny Howson's been brought in, Brandon Barker as well. So there we go, guys. A bunch of signings here, but Morelos dedicates his player of the month to big Stevie Cool. That's what we like to see. Oh, Stephen Davis recalls old firm Derby spirit. Mate, you left yesterday and they're giving this talk as if he's been away for like 15 fucking years. It's a bit embarrassing, like, when they do this in Football Manager, is it not? You know? But we need to win this and just build a gap between ourselves and Celtic, you know? Cool expects to crush Celtic. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but you know what? I'd take a win. We do have that game in hand as well, like, so that's no bad. But obviously, injuries, Africa Cup of Nations, we are missing a few players. As you can see, guys, we're going very attacking, and Delap is making his fucking debut. So let's not waste any more time and let's get stuck in to the pedo munchers. But Liam Delap, he's lacking in match sharpness. But you know what? Liam? That is Liam. I was going to say Rory. We're about a minute into the game with, I mean, I'm not going to go defensive or attacking, but we'll go positive, man. A positive mindset here. Come on. Big Delap. Big Liam. To lay the smack fucking down here. And it's a penalty. Jota has handballed it. And who's stepping up here? It's Alfredo Morelos, and he slots it past Joe Hart, and that is exactly what we like to see. Alfredo with his 20th goal of the season. Unreal, big man. And it looks like that's going to be half time here, guys, against Celtic. 1-0 up. Big Liam Delap with a pretty decent debut. I mean, we're fucking pummeling them. Look at the expected goals. Obviously, our chances are just a wee bit better than Celtic's, but you know, we're underway here in the second half. Hopefully, we can get the job done. Al McGregor launches the ball up. Scales wins it, but Patterson wins it. Lundstrom through to Yanis Hadji. And Delap on his debut. Big Liam Delap gets the assist. And we're leading 2-0 here at the noncery. Jota whips it across. Abada cracks it off the bar. What the fuck? Why are we passing it around at the back? I mean, it's literally rattled off the crossbar and we're sitting there passing it around the back. Abada and James Forrest now though on the ball. And he's played a 7.4 there. Big Abada, you know, fucking hell. We have to switch him with Scott Wright. That's when, you know, the Africa Cup of Nations and injuries have shafted you. But Scott Wright and big Liam up front here, guys. And here we go, guys. Full-time whistle. It's a 2-0 win against Celtic. And we are now leading the league. Delap with a pretty good debut. You can't go wrong with that. And now we lead by 2 points. And we've got a game in hand. The Dundee Derby was also the day. But that was a pish 0-0. And Dundee United sit in the... Fuck it, look at that. 4 teams on 21 points. That's mad. Guys, so we now enter the winter break. Leave it down below who we should sign else. And also, anyone you want me to get rid of, I'll take a wee look into it. But we end on top of the Cinch Premiership going into this winter break. And until next fucking time, peace.